Welcome, one and all, to Common Spurs TV, the Afrobeat section of the Lily White Nation, the channel that brings you the dedicated coverage of Tottenham Hotspur, the passion, the glory, and everything in between.
Spurs.
Come on, ye Spurs, indeed. Right, welcome back, everyone. Pretty sure we're all hyped up and all pumped up for
what happened on the weekend. Tottenham coming from behind to beat Brighton 2-1 at home at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Scenes at the end, scoring a 96-minute winner was Mr. Brennan Johnson, courtesy of his son assists. That was absolutely magical. Chuma, thank you very much for joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, this is Common Spurs TV, where we talk about everything Spurs. If this is your first time here, opportunity to thank all of our subscribers, viewers, and those who are joining us for the first time for your support, and yes, for being here to keep the channel going. We rely very much on you to get the algorithms to feed this to other people who want to sort of watch what goes on behind the scenes. Right. Welcome back, Chuma. It's good to have you back. It's been a while. It's been a minute, but hey, we're still here. How are you?
Oh, I'm super good. I'm embracing the Optimus culture now, more or less. I go into Spurs games with no blood pressure medication present, so
right.
Enjoying life.
Maybe you want to explain to our viewers who are new here what the Optimus.
well, for those of you who are unaware of it, this is the man I'm working with. Is Soji, who runs this channel, who is the creator and founder of Common Spurs TV. He is the most optimistic Tottenham fan you will ever find in your life. It's very rare for Soji to even suggest that Tottenham Hotspur could draw a game. Talk less of losing the game.
Let alone lose, eh? Listen,
he's literally the most optimistic. So, if for those of you who are fans of Transformers, that's showing my age, but Transformers fan, they had the leader Optimus Prime in Soji. So there you have Optimus Prime, and it was an Optimus Prime weekend as well for Tottenham as well. It was a good game. It was a good game to get into.
Absolutely. I mean, it was like you said. I mean, the game was like. I mean, De Zerbi came. Well, De Zerbi wasn't there. His team came. Set on ruining the party. And it got to a good start. And lo and behold, we're behind. Some people say it was a soft penalty. Some others say, okay, it was a penalty and it has been given. And well, I mean, I guess the noise or the what was going on behind the scenes, if you like, on the word on the street, as we like to put it, is that if we had been at the receiving end of such fouls on the other side, we don't get those sort of shouts in our favor. It seems to be some sort of siege mentality that's been developing within the squad and among the fan base about us not getting the good decisions, or the tight decisions going in our favor, and all our opponents seem to be getting those sort of calls in their favor. But hey, I guess it's 6.5 of this of one and half a dozen of the other. Pascal Gross put away the penalty firmly, sending Vicario the wrong way, and you're thinking we're in for a long day here. I mean, the match went on for what? The whole of the first half, we had loads and loads of chances. You were there. You watched it. Tell us what you thought about how things unfolded.
It was interesting. It's a battle of. I think it's what's that? Jeffrey Archer has a wonderful book called First Among Equals. I think this was an equal matchup. I think the advantage was De Zerbi wasn't available for the game. He had a dental procedure in Italy. Why he has to go to Italy to do a dental procedure with all the UK dentists, I have no idea, unless it's a particular doctor he prefers. I was quite surprised to see that. And I think that played into our hands as well, because, as much as his assistants are all schooled in De Zerbi ball, as we would say. There's nothing like the real person being there to make in-game changes and in-game substitutions, as well as he was on the phone to them, so I'm guessing he was watching the game. But it was an evenly matched games. Well, in terms of the setup, two teams that like to play attacking football, two teams that like teams that press so they can pass through them, two teams that build up from the back, two teams that like the third man run. And if you look up third man running, is usually a case where you're playing out from the back, or you're trying to create an attacking sequence where one person is backing the opposition, passes to someone else who is running through. And both teams executed this thing tirelessly. There were so many turnovers of possession because we are both very, very good pressing teams. And it was just a question of, like I said to you off air, the team that could be the most effective in front of goal. Brighton have an issue scoring goals sometimes that is still a remnant of the Potter era. And I think somewhere along the line today, they missed chances, and Spurs as well. I think Richarlison's resurgence has been huge for Spurs, and he had about 2-3 chances that I thought maybe if he could have, it would have probably lessened the load. But in terms of the penalty and Van de Ven, I think it was a deserved penalty. Van de Ven, it was a lazy tackle by Van de Ven, and you don't say that about Mickey a lot. But in my opinion, it was, and we got caught. But even after conceding, you just felt in your heart like this is the thing I think this new Spurs have. I'm like, yeah, it's 1-0. We'll score 2. We'll score 3.
Absolutely,
And that's how it went.
absolutely. And it wasn't one of those matches when you thought, we're going to lose this match. You just had this feeling that we would come out on top. How they were going to do it, you just didn't know. But I mean, boy, it did do it. And Son coming on. Son has been away for what? Before we even go to Son, right? Let's even sort of have a quick look at the depth in the squad, returning to the squad now. I mean, come on, look at the bench we had this time around. I mean, the starting lineup was what? You can take us through the starting lineup. We had what?
The starting lineup was Vicario, Porro, Van de Ven and Romero as always, Udogi, and then Kulusevski and Werner with Richarlison as a striker. And everyone thought both Son and Bissouma would start because they'd come back. But I look at it now and you think, well, better for them to be impact subs than anything else. And yeah, it was an interesting start to the game. Spurs, and they were feeling each other out. Then the penalty for Brighton themselves.
You had who do you have in the front line?
Yeah, in the front line, Richarlison playing striker, and then Timo Werner and Kulusevski. And you were thinking maybe Heung-min Son should have started and then you take him off. But then he felt the other way around, and that he could bring Son on if we hadn't put the game to bed. And I think it's a game he was very confident about winning. Ange Postecoglou. I don't know why or how, because I look at Brighton as a very, very dangerous thing. The reverse fixture was a 4-2 loss from Spurs, but that was having Ben Davies and Emerson Royal as our centre back. So this time it was a whole different thing. And to me, I think probably the standout player that a lot of people wouldn't say was a standout player was Christian Romero. He kept coming forward to just literally steal the ball and pass forward. He was really excellent in his decision making, Christian Romero, and he set up a lot of things, a lot of movement, and we had chances. Madison looked amazing.
The final goal, or second goal by Bernard Johnson, the winner, right? Son came on, like I was saying earlier on about the strength of the bench. We now have Son as what? Son as an impact sub, if you like. Can you imagine that sort of thing? Even though he's just coming back from the Asian Cup, and Bernard Johnson came on for Kulusevski as well. So two subs combining to score. I mean, for me, that's a testament to the strength of the squad we have now compared to I mean the midpoint of the season. Now, is this a point for us to kick on from, or is this just a sort of maybe positive result in the grand scheme of things? What do you think? I mean, is this a one-off, or is a thing to look forward to more of this sort of positive stuff?
Yeah.
So
I think the way the league is going at the moment, watching Man City as well, everything is reliant on how many winning runs you can get on, and I think the fixtures are very very positive for Spurs over the next 2 months. I think is the main running where we are facing all the killer teams at the same time, but it's brilliant to have all our players back, and especially Son, all our players back, and especially Son because Son is world class. Everyone in the league, whether they want to admit it or not, but a lot of fans, even rival fans, will come out and tell you he's world class. Brennan Johnson, I think it's positive on two ends. One, the return of our world class captain in Heung-min Son, and then Brennan Johnson has been under the cosh a bit in the last couple of months. Spurs fans think he's overrated. Some fans think he has no skill, no talent. Some think he's wasteful. And to be fair, when he came on, there was a chance. There was a passing build up, and they passed the ball to him, and he took a quick shot, which I thought, oh, you could have done much better. But I said, okay, you're getting your feet warm. And then Brighton, just before, had a wonderful opportunity to score what would have been their own version of the winner as well in Ansu Fati. It was a brilliant move, and I think Van de Ven stretched out and he played it through Van de Ven's legs, but I think that sort of put him off and he made him angle the shot a bit more, and he just went by Vicario's post.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Which was luck in our favor as well.
Yeah, luck in our favor, excruciating in their mind.
And then we do an Ange ball move, which was on the side, 1-2 touch. It gets to Maddison. Maddison instantly plays the quick through ball to Richarlison, and Son just speeds off the left shoulder of Richarlison. Richarlison released that ball at the right time. A lot of things came into play because Son could have been offside if that ball had been released any second later. So Richarlison released at the right time. Now, the pass from Son was very interesting because you could say, oh, well, you just smashed that across.
You had to evade.
Yeah, he actually curled the ball. It was like a curled pass. And that curl took the ball slightly higher. And Brennan Johnson said it himself in a post-match interview that I saw the ball curve and it sort of hit and it rose up, and all I had to do was smash it with the right contact. That chance, he could have missed that. If he was any kind of player without confidence, there's a chance you missed that. And Brennan Johnson just literally leathered that properly. The keeper was out. The defender was stretching. I think it was Estupinian. He was already gone.
Yeah.
He got good contact on it. And it's a wonderful story for Brennan Johnson because I think he tries so hard. It doesn't really work out for him. And fans are expecting him to be something because of the price tag, because of the fact they think they know better than the coach. I got the boy because he's useful to me. I can use him. And Brennan Johnson doesn't have to live up to anybody's expectations but his own and the expectations of his manager. And his manager is quite content with him. But also another thing that, you find you'd enjoy was it had shades. That last minute when I had shades of Sheffield United, if you remember.
Yes.
Like that, the explosion right at the end, that bam, 96 minutes. That was 101. This was 96, and just bam, and you realize you just saw there that we literally took the heart out of Brighton. Brighton couldn't muster another proper attack because it literally just killed them.
Defeated them totally. Yeah.
But that's it. Job done, and on to the next match, Wolves, which wouldn't be an easy game, but it's job well done. Players are getting used to each other again. Maddison especially. Bissouma came on. Bissouma was quite good, very tidy as well. And Son just gets reintegrated. I think Timo Werner will sit down for the next game, but we'll do that when we come to the the match preview.
That's fantastic. Thank you guys for watching us. This is Come On You Spurs TV. Remember, subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your folks, and also hit the bell button to get notified anytime we go live. Thank you so much. In the meantime, Come On You Spurs.
Nice.
Come On You Spurs.